If you haven't been living under a rock, you have probably noticed that throughout the past years, the world has seen a major increase in obesity and other chronic preventable illnesses. Luckily, though, this has caused registered dietitians to be in high demand, and it is one of the many reasons why this career exists. To start out, a registered dietitian is a trained nutritional professional who has met strict educational standards that is set forth by the Commission on Dietetic Registration. So, to be eligible for this career field, there are many education requirements, licenses, skills, and employment opportunities. To begin, I will start by explaining what a registered dietitian is and their main duties in their job. So, a registered dietitian, their job description can vary based on the different settings that they work in, but all of their main goals is to advise and guide others on nutrition and food choices. So, their main thing is that they explain nutrition concerns to clients, evaluate the dietary and health needs of clients, develop meal ideas and meal prep plans. They determine the results of these meal plans, encourage nutrition through public speaking events, community outreach programs, and their main goal is just to keep up to date with the newest studies in nutritional sciences and things like that. So they can work in many different settings, including schools, assisted living facilities, rehabilitation programs, things like hospitals. That's the main one. Like, I think it's more than 30% of dietitians work in hospitals, community and public health facilities. There's corporate nutrition programs, sports nutrition. You can even work through business and research. So there are 3 different specialties within the registered dietitian profession. And the first, like I said, and the most common is clinical dietitians. And these dietitians are specialized to provide medical nutrition therapy in mostly settings like hospitals, also long-term care facilities like assisted living programs, things like that. So the second type are community dietitians, and they're in the name. They work mainly to educate the public and on food and nutrition issues, and they will do a lot of just public speaking around, but they mostly work in government agencies, nonprofit organization, public health clinics, and health maintenance organizations. And the last type are management dietitians. And these dietitians, they work in planning meal programs and menus, and they can do menus pretty much everywhere, like schools, hospitals, things like that, and other food corporations. Their main responsibilities include they supervise other dietitians, kitchen staff, they buy the food, and they perform the business task of like managing all the meal programs. So they're pretty high up. So these 3 types of registered dietitians, they all have different responsibilities and salaries, but like I said, their main goal is to promote nutrition, and that's the main thing that comes with those 3 things. So the next topic is about the education requirements it takes to become a registered dietitian. It's very specific, and everything has to be done the same way or else you won't get your license. So the first step to be eligible for the career is you have to earn a minimum of a bachelor's degree with your major. It has to be in nutrition or dietetics. It is now being recommended that you should earn a master's degree because it is predicted that by the year 2024, a master's degree will be required in order to be a dietitian, and a bachelor's degree will mean nothing by then. So that's an important step to take away. So the coursework for this, it's very heavy in the sciences, as you can probably imagine. So it mainly focuses on classes such as physiology, anatomy, chemistry, biochemistry, microbiology, computer science, sociology, business, economics, food and nutrition sciences, and food service system management. So, after completing this degree, it is required that you do a 6 to 12 month full-time unpaid dietetic internship. Yes, it is unpaid, and that is the sad part about it. But depending on what type of dietitian you want to be will determine the setting of the internship. But most commonly, internships are completed at hospitals, and these internships are really important for getting hands-on experience in the career, and you'll really learn what type of setting you want to do this job in and all that. So the last step before becoming a registered dietitian is to complete the educational requirements, and you also have to pass an exam for that is specific for dietitians, and once you pass that, you have to fulfill licensing requirements in each state. Depending on which state you want to work in has different requirements. You also have to pay fees, and you have to make sure that you renew your license every 5 years. So lastly, I'll speak about the salary in this career and also some important skills that are needed. So all registered dietitian salaries differ, but it has been said that the median annual wage for dietitians all around the U.S. is about $59,000, and that's as of 2016. But they really range quite a bit. The highest paid dietitians make around $90,000. The salary of this career depends a lot of what state you're practicing it in, and also what type of registered dietitian you are. So Oregon has a median salary of $68,000 annually for dietitian, but this career also has a high amount of demand at the moment. Between the years 2010 and 2020, employment opportunities for registered dietitians are expected to increase at a faster than average rate of around 20 to 28%, which is really good, and there's an estimated that there will be around 36,000 job openings during this time. So that's really positive. So in order to be a successful dietitian, there are some skills that you need, like good decision making, good speaking skills, being socially aware, having good comprehension, reading skills, writing skills, solving problems, things like that. But luckily, these skills that you need are something that can be learned. So as you can see, this is a really good career that will continue to be important in society, and it has a strong outlook in the future. So to conclude, I first explained what a registered dietitian is, what they do, the settings that they work in, then the education requirements and licensing requirements needed, and lastly, the salary and important skills needed for this career. So as a current college student, this is the career that I am going to pursue, and I think that this is so important because it changes and helps people's lives every day, and nutrition is extremely important in the world right now. As a nation and world, we're having a really hard time with obesity and other illnesses. So if you have any new interest in nutrition, this could be the career for you.